Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 5:30 news starts right now in high definition.
Thanks for tuning in for this joint broadcast of KRTV and KXLH just ahead of Thursday Night Football here on CBS. I'm Tim McGonigal.
And I'm Shannon Newth. We begin with a developing story in Lewistown. That's where Central Montana Dispatch received a call late yesterday morning for an unresponsive person at the Yogo Inn. According to the Fergus County coroner, law enforcement and medical personnel responded and found 33-year-old Jeffrey Foster, who was pronounced dead at the scene. The Montana Division of Criminal Investigation was requested to assist with the investigation. The coroner says a person of interest is not being sought at this time, and there is no suspicious or criminal activity suspected. He says a cause of death will be released when the investigation is complete. Foster was an attorney with a Great Falls firm and was working on a criminal case in Fergus County. Well, vehicle crashes have claimed 4 lives on Montana roadways this week.
On Tuesday evening, 3 people died in a 2-vehicle crash in Valley County near the town of Fraser. A husband and wife from Saco were 2 of the victims killed. The Valley County Sheriff says 70-year-old Richard Suddeth Jr. and his wife, 68-year-old Mary Sue Suddeth, died when their pickup truck crashed head-on with another pickup truck around 7:30 in the evening. The 3rd person killed in the crash was a passenger in the other vehicle. He's been identified as 62-year-old Robert Harry Seibel of North Dakota.
A 41-year-old man from Great Falls died in a crash in northeast Montana Wednesday morning. Montana Highway Patrol says the man was driving a pickup when he crashed at around 9:15 a.m. in Roosevelt County. No other vehicles were involved in the crash, and the man was the only person in the truck. The name of that victim has not yet been released.
Well, testimony in the trial of Adam Sanchez Jr. Today focused on drugs found in his system when he struck and killed Cascade County Deputy Joe Dunn.
The day began with emotional testimony from Great Falls Police Officer Tom Halloran, who described Deputy Dunn's arrival at the hospital. Halloran recounted the desperate effort to revive the deputy and the moment that he was pronounced dead. Halloran also showed jurors pieces of Dunn's bloodied uniform. Now, toxicologists have also testified that blood and urine tests done on Sanchez found high levels of drugs in his system, including methamphetamine. The defense asked if any signs of bath salts were found. One toxicologist said there were no indications of bath salts or any other designer drugs, but she said that bath salts are not always easy to detect. The defense raised the question in an attempt to bolster its argument that Sanchez was not fully aware of what he was doing when he killed Dunn in August of last year. Prosecutors then called in a crash reconstructionist who reviewed the video of when the deputy was struck. She said enhanced pictures from a dash cam show that Dunn's stop sticks were not in Sanchez's path when he swerved at the deputy.
Looks like about right at this point is the first time those stop sticks are blocking the eastbound lane. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But by this time, Adam Sanchez is already completely in the westbound lane. Is that correct?
Correct.
So does the physical evidence support an argument he swerved to dodge those stop sticks in the lane?
No, it does not. We've broken these down into 30 frames.
Now, Watson determined Sanchez was traveling around 47 miles per hour when he hit Dunn. She says the force threw the deputy 90 to 100 feet. The trial is in recess now until Monday, when the prosecution's expected to wrap up.
Well, our weather is causing quite a big stir on this Thursday. I'm here now with meteorologist Mike Rollins in the Storm Tracker Weather Center. Mike, you threw out the dreaded snow word on social media this afternoon. Yeah, dreaded to some, I guess.
Dreaded
welcome
for some.
To others.
Welcome to others. We're very excited about snow, some of us here. We've got a big temperature change to talk about. This is the past 24 hours. We've seen temperatures drop about 10 to 20 degrees compared to the same time yesterday. So we're sitting in the 60s right now. It's 73 though in Glasgow, 71 in Jordan, but 61 in Great Falls, 63 in Helena. It is certainly much cooler this afternoon. You can feel the difference in the air. And we have had some showers. In fact, Great Falls, look out, showers on the way. Lewistown, we may see a little bit more rain here in the next few hours. Helena, you saw the rain earlier today. And here we go through the evening. Showers are possible. Cloudy for some, wet for others. Temperatures in the 50s 60s. It's a cool evening ahead of us. I'll show you when to expect snow, even at lower elevations, coming up in Storm Tracker weather.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Mike. Well, nurses are on the front lines of healthcare, and sometimes that can be a dangerous job.
The Montana Nurses Association wants a new law to protect them. MTN's Sanchez Trial explains.
In 6 years as a registered nurse, Adrienne Harrison has been verbally abused, spat on, and punched in the face twice.
And on February 17th, 2015, an angry male patient using his full force bulldozed my body into a concrete wall.
In Montana, police dogs and sports officials have specific laws against assaulting them. Nurses and other healthcare workers don't.
But unlike police officers and security guards, nurses are not trained to deflect a physical attacker. Our focus is to provide care to our patients.
That often means getting into the personal space of people in crisis.
Even after being assaulted, nurses are in a unique position of having to return to that personal space or close body proximity to care for their patients, risking additional assault.
The Montana Nurses Association wants to make it a felony to assault healthcare workers on the job with intent to harm them.
Nurses should not accept assaults as just part of the job. We are not punching bags. We are caregivers, and we have the right to a safe working environment.
Nurses say more than 40% of them have been threatened on the job and nearly 1 in 4 assaulted. A similar bill failed in the legislature this year, but nurses plan another try in 2017. In Helena, Sanjay Talwani, MTN News.
Montana today reflecting the now 80-mile-per-hour limit on most stretches of interstate. Governor Steve Bullock got in on the action. He donned a hard hat and vest to climb aboard the cherry picker to help put up the signs, joining MDT employees who've been on the roadways since early this morning, taking down the 75-mile-per-hour signs and putting up the new ones. The governor says there's definitely a skill involved in swapping out all those signs.
Yeah, there is an art to it. I mean, my coworker said that, you know, if I'd put up the other 379, I might have been a little bit quicker. But, you know, it is good that this past the last legislative session, we did increase some of the fines that can be paid, but also still making sure that people stay safe on the highways, but some consistency with some of our neighboring states as well.
The increase to 80 miles per hour is across